I put this in my book and I said, in the AI era, we will create simply using words. A lot of the examples I've just shown you, created with words. Created with good literacy skills. If anyone tells you AI is going to damage literacy skills, it's not true. Those who are going to get the most out of AI are going to be those who have the best literacy skills. Those who have the best literacy skills and can use them to collaborate with artificial intelligence. I've got some news for you. Our future as a human race is human AI collaboration. Not only are we on that path, but we're heading down that path at a really, really fast rate. It's not going to stop. The skills that we and our students are going to need are going to be AI collaboration skills. They're going to be essential, absolutely essential. So what do we do? What do we do? If things are going to change really, really fast, how does the education system keep up? Let me introduce you to the three-box solution to innovation, used by businesses around the world. I'm going to talk to you about how businesses are integrating this. I would like you to think, how might this apply to my school, to my mat, to wherever you work, and even the education system as a whole. So box one is your performance engine. It's the thing you're doing right now to get success, or the thing that the things you're doing to get to success, maybe in the short term. The systems, the processes you have in place. When you go to work, the things that you know that you need to be doing. For a business, it's the product or service that's making a profit. That's keeping the business running. Now we can innovate in box one. This type of innovation tends to be called linear innovation. It's all about moving one step at a time to make what we're already doing better and better and better. The education system tends to do quite a good job of this. I mean, there's some areas where it fails massively, but it tends to do a good job of this. I remember when I was in the classroom, it wasn't that long ago, about 2 years ago, and the school I was at, it almost became a motto. Every second counts. Every second counts. We have to get the kids into the classroom as fast as we could. Get them in there fast as we can. They've got to be learning within the first 30 seconds. Start the learning process. They've got to be learning all the way up to the very last second of that lesson. Then they need to get out the door to the next classroom, and so on. Because somebody somewhere had wrote a report that correlated the amount of time students spent in front of a teacher correlated with their exam results. We engineered proficiency into every second of their day, or we thought we did anyway. By the way, I'm not saying that this is always good, but we did it. We tried to innovate on that. What happens, though, if something comes along and disrupts our box one? What happens if it makes our box one irrelevant? Then simply just doing the same thing, but a bit better and a bit better and a bit better, isn't going to cut it. We need something new. We need box three. Box three is where organizations go to listen for weak signals. What's coming down the line that is going to disrupt this box one? That could make it irrelevant. Then how do we start testing things, incubating ideas, scaling ideas? There's going to be a lot of failure here. I think that's probably where the biggest challenge is when it comes to educational systems. We don't know how to fail well. We like to tell our students that failure is a good thing and it'll lead to success. The education system doesn't know how to fail well, which makes it scared, which makes it stiff and not want to move. When we start finding successes, then we have to decide what we let go of. Probably the most difficult box there is. I love this strategic method because it's simple. If it's simple, it's easy to communicate. I think we need to start adopting this, something like this, if not this, in our education system. If I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm speaking in broad terms here because I know there's a lot of innovation goes on with particular teachers and schools, but I think the system as a whole is in box 1 with the lid shut. I don't even think it knows there's a box 3. Educational technology has promised to move us to box 3 for a long time now. I don't think it's ever fully delivered. I think AI is going to put us in a position where we're not going to have a choice. I don't think we realize how disruptive AI is going to be. I showed you some nice examples before, didn't I? Creating a rubric, some lesson plans, and there's amazing work going on there. AI can do so much for box 1. And I bet some of you are hearing some amazing ways that can work throughout this conference and from the different products that are out there. But it would be remiss of me not to mention that it's going to change the whole system, whether we like it or not. And if we don't do something about it, we're going to become irrelevant. Let me push you towards box 3. This pilot done just last year, the end of last year, found that ChatGPT performs as well as doctors for suggesting likely diagnosis in emergency medicine departments, as well as doctors, which means every update from that moment, it's doing better than doctors. Anyone been to see a doctor recently? Did you ask if they were using AI? You suspect they didn't? You might want to start asking, what AI are you using? I bet in the next couple of years, if not sooner, you're going to be pretty annoyed if they're not using AI. Osaka University, Japan, last year, they published a report. Their whole aim was to train an AI image model. And how you do that is you show an AI model lots of images, lots of stock images, let's say. Tens of thousands, millions, hundreds of millions. They didn't show the images to the AI, though. They showed the images to some human beings. And while the human beings were looking at the images, there was a few tens of thousands of them, so it took them a while. But while they were showing them, they did MRI scans on their brains. They give the MRI scan images to the AI. After a while, the AI began to guess the type of image that the person was looking at, just based off their MRI scan. It got to the point where, a bit like a magician, they said to the 4 participants, right, put the pictures down, close your eyes, focus on an image in your head, keep focusing on it, and then they did an MRI scan of their brain. They gave the MRI scan to the AI. In the red boxes at the top is what the participants were thinking of. In the black boxes below is what the AI generated based on the MRI scan. It pretty much read their minds. Anybody use speech-to-text tools? Hands up, give me a whoop if you use speech-to-text. In the not very distant future, you're going to be using thought-to-text. There's a university in Abu Dhabi who are about 60% accurate now with their tools of translating thought into text. When I said things were going to change really quickly and really strangely, this is how. Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, who created ChatGPT, he thinks, and there's probably none better really to listen to get an idea of the direction of this. He believes that within the next 2 years, we're going to see the first prototypes of the first tools that will allow human beings to communicate with each other just by thought.